coming to you here from Creative Smart Contractors. Want to talk today a little bit more about real estate motivation. We had a conversation about motivation yesterday, but I had a great meeting this morning with some interior designers, and we were talking about this, and they thought this was hilarious. So I figured I'd pass this on, a little bit of wisdom or wit, or it could be a nitwit. Anyways, so I was talking about what happens when you're trying to succeed, when you're trying to go for success. I said, it's very similar to when you're working on a house and you're trying to work on a house, because when you're basically working on trying to succeed, it's like breaking your head on drywall. I know that sounds like a weird comment at first, but think about it. If you're breaking your head on the drywall, you're banging your head against the drywall. Yeah, that's it, banging the head. You want to go in between the studs. Well, how do you know this? Well, it's very simple. The studs are where the wood is. That's probably not a good place to go, because you have the drywall and then you have the wood right behind it, and that's where the nails are. So you want to go in between the two studs. Very important. Then in addition to that, avoid electrical. It's not good. It won't help you, especially if you hit like one of those new conduit piping or something like that. You could definitely get yourself in trouble, and it's just something to avoid. So the key here is, when we're thinking about success, especially when you're doing real estate, is you learn along the way. You think about like, hey, which wall would I like to bang my head against? I mean, because that's sort of what it feels like sometimes when you're that's sometimes what it feels like when you're working on things, because you need to know what you're doing. And the problem is that a lot of people, when they're trying to figure out how to succeed, they're like, oh, I want to succeed. And they're like, I'm just going to bang my head against the wall. Well, you're going to be in for a surprise if you go to the wrong spot. So first thing you do, go in between the studs. Second thing you do, you make sure that when you're going in between the studs, you also make sure you avoid the electrical. Third thing, try and make sure you go through 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch drywall versus 5/8 drywall. Why would you want the thickest drywall possible? You want the thinnest one, the easiest way through. Fourth, avoid the electrical. I think I already said that. I'm sorry. Fourth, avoid all the outlets and everything else. And then, also avoid, if there's plumbing on the wall, you want to avoid that. So there's a lot of things that you just have to be conscientious of. And if you just time it right, just keep going. Eventually you'll figure out your way. So that's my kind of lesson for today. If you want to be successful, hit your head against the wall as many times as you need, and find the right place to bang your head against the wall until you succeed, because that's what life is about. You keep banging your head against the wall, say, oh, this didn't work, then all of a sudden it works, and you're like, holy cow, it works. It's awesome. It's awesome. It happens in every facet of life. It could happen for you. I want to know where you banged your head against the wall. I want to know how it happened. I want to know what that moment felt like for you. And oh, my chats are turned off. I apologize. How are you able to chat me if my chats are turned off? So my point being here is that, try and keep figuring out that way to succeed. And as long as you keep doing that, life will be wonderful. I'm on my way to a new listing that I did, talking about banging the head against the wall, how to get it up, how to get it live. Now it's live, got some people interested. I'm excited. For those of you who are looking to move into Edgewater, have a nice, beautiful place against the lake. I'll take some pictures, take some videos. That's what I'm going up there for. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a great day. I want to hear what happened in your life that you banged through the wall and made happen. This is Andy Nathan, Creative Smart Contractors. Have a great day and a better week.